The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing
Dirt Series.
Live coverage of the PRO Sidewinder Dirt Racing Series 360 Wing Sprint Car from Eldora, Rossburg, Ohio. 30 laps of the feature. Got 24 drivers checked in, ready to do battle. Welcome everybody, and chance to see somebody already over on YouTube. Getting involved in the chat. Snowy, how you doing? Guys, don't be afraid to tell us where you're watching from. If you got a favorite driver, shout them out in the chat. Possibility we'll give a 3-month subscription to the basic content away for iRacing tonight here, right as we get ready to kick the feature off. So you'll need to stick around for that if you are not a member, would like to give it a shot. Courtesy of Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, powered by iRacing and our good friends over at the Hillbilly High Banks. Got about a minute and 15 seconds here. We're going to go down trackside. We're going to get things kicked off. Invocation National Anthem. If you were here last night, saw a pretty good race from Williams Grove, the Dirt Slingers guys. Michael Sheridan picked up the win. See a lot of the familiar names in here. The Jabronis in here tonight. Bruce Klingen, Josh Gerlach, Anthony DeBarro, Joe Stewart, Billy Rowley. Daniel Zegger's in the house tonight as well. Casey Miller, always a threat. Robbie Schaefer. Reed Rundle out here making a few laps. I see Terry Mustard in the house as well. So plenty of great drivers to cheer for tonight. Gonna be a good one. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. 9 o'clock Eastern. Dominic Santino will be back in front of the mic, watching all the action, telling you what's going on. It's the Wednesday Night Warriors Big Block Modified Series from Volusia tomorrow night for the Dirt Slingers Racing League. We got some new stuff coming up here pretty quick the next couple of weeks. We're going to have a couple of Thursday night shows for you. I think Dom and I are going to split up and go cover a couple of different races every night. Or every Thursday night, excuse me. But it is time for us to go trackside and get things kicked off with our invocation and our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
just in time for qualifying. We now have 25 drivers checked in. As I'm pretty sure I just saw the high side hustler, Braden Eiler. There he is. Pop into the server, get a couple of quick laps down, so we'll see what the young man can do. He made a heck of a run last night through that field with a damaged car most of the race. Good to see him back pretty much in full-time action now. He did not go to the top of the chart. The jabroni, Nick Chambrone, puts the 0-1 in there. 14.001 for his quick time lap, and he is just about a tenth slower on his second. Drivers out on track. Reed Rundle about to post his first time lap right here. And Reed Rundle, 42.25 on lap number 1. That's only 18th quick in this room. 8 drivers under the 14.1 second bracket. The second time around, just a little quicker. Going to move him up to about 11th at a 14.139. So just off the pylon right there. Just about everybody has laps in. Corbin Hutchison and Lance Keister, the only 2 drivers not to have taken time yet. And you can see right there at the end of pit road. Corbin Hutchison had a 14.01, but it did not count. I'm sure he bumped the wall somewhere. Probably bumped it right around the start-finish line. So his second lap not going to count. He just took the car back in. So it looks like it will be Chambrone, Zegers, Lynn, Gerlach, and DeBarro, the top 5. Then Rowley, Mustard. Braden Eiler clocks in 8th. Bruce Klingon 9th, and Jeff Stewart rounding out the top 10 in the qualifying session. So 4 heat races now. 4 heat races. They will split these guys up. You'll see 7 in your first heat race and then 6 in each of the subsequent. Top 3 transfer out of the heat races directly to the feature. Everybody else will have to come through the B main. Mobile, Alabama. Rusty Lee on Facebook. I see Who Cat over there flying his flag on the YouTube. Yep, don't be afraid to tell us where you're watching from. Stay tuned all night right before the feature. I will throw out a challenge of some kind, and if you are not an iRacing member and you'd like to be, we'll give you 3 months free to the basic subscription with all of its benefits. So heat racing action divvied up. 4 heat races, as I stated. Let's get ready to run through our CJAuto21.com starting lineup on the pole. The Long Lane Racing number 05 from York Haven, Pennsylvania. Casey Miller, saw somebody cheering out for him in the chat, so he's on pole for heat number 1. On his outside, the School of Sim Racing, Elbows Up Sim Sport. It's the number 21 car from Troy, Ohio of Bruce Klingon. Your second row inside, the 27 of Anthony DeBarn. On his outside, the A-Treat Dizzy Trucking Dizzy Motorsports, number 01 from Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Been winning a lot of these races lately. We've had him in the booth a lot to talk. The jabroni himself, Nick Chambrone. Third row inside, the Pretend Racing Online Dizzy Motorsports, number 86 of John Borst from Faribault, Minnesota. And on his outside, that 3 car is going to be a Roderick Fritzky. That'll be the green and kind of purpley blue colored car. Your back row by himself, another Long Lane Racing entry from York Haven, Pennsylvania. He drives a 19 car, Corbin Hutchison behind the wheel. Yeah, plenty of long lane racing in this heat race. So let's see what these guys can do. Got the 05 sporting the breast cancer awareness colors for the month of October. All those pink flames on that white car with the blue numbers.
Green flag,
green flag into the air. Heat race number 1 underway. Through 1 and 2. Miller with a great jump. They're going to be 3 wide down the backstretch. Chambrone on the bottom. DeBarro was in the middle. Klingon was on top, and Klingon asserts himself. Puts that elbows up car into the second spot. Still side by side behind that. Navarro's got the high side. Chambron's got the inside. No clear advantage for either driver. They come out of 4 at the line. That time Navarro had the transfer spot. Chambron fourth. Borst, Hutchison, and Finsky rounding out the field. This field very, very close together here. So you guys going by single file pretty much. Track rework between practice and qualifying. Right now, all 05, all Casey Miller, 4 laps to go. Everybody kind of going right around through the middle, the lower part of the middle. Klingon might get a challenge here. Navarro starting to find something about a lane up. Starting to close the gap. Put right to the push bar. That time, Navarro thought about taking it inside. Lane was covered. 2 to go. Still Casey Miller. Then Bruce Klingon, then Anthony Navarro, then Nick Chambron. Chambron, the first car, not in a transfer spot. The guy's been on the podium almost every week of the season. Great in the feature, usually pretty good in the heat races. That time, up high with Navarro, and that opened the door. I think Chambron got him at the line. He did. Miller won it. Klingon was second, and Chambron stole the final transfer spot. So let's run through our starting lineup for heat race number 2. On the pole, the Dude Products Elbows Up Simsport number 91 from Brownsville, Indiana, of Anthony Job. And on his outside, his teammate in the over-the-wall photography, number 72 from Milford, Ohio, Jeff Stewart. Second row inside, another Elbows Up Simsport entry, the Wicked Energy Come, number 79 from New Paris, Ohio, of Billy Rowley. And on his outside, that 8 car. We've seen Zegers here many times. Usually runs well, gets to the front pretty quick. It's Daniel Zegers. And your final row on the inside in the Full Moon Garage number 10 out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania. That's Robbie Schaefer. And on his outside, the Hobstadt Guzzlers CSI number 92 from Hobstadt, Indiana, of Peyton, Greece. Robbie Schaefer, the 1 car. The 0 is silent. I'm not sure how to take that statement, Hukat, but yeah. Okie dokie. I'm not going to go down there and tell him that you said that. Either way, about to go green out of 4. Anthony Job. Don't see that 91 car a lot here at DRN, but like to see when you do. Always fancy paint job on that car.
Green flag.
Joe on the throttle, green flag in the air. Down through 1 and 2. Job had the lead. They were just about 3 wide and a wad behind that. Stuart Zegers. Rowley. Stuart had it. Zegers going to try to take it away. Now, looks like Rowley trying to find a little bit of racing room. Got Peyton Grease at 22 car. Trying to work the very bottom down here. That is a battle for the 4th spot. Top 3. Job, Stewart, Zegers, Rowley on the outside right there. Trying to hold off Grease. Cuts to the inside, this time in 3 and 4. He's going to go after Zegers. Had him for a split second. Almost side by side, almost 3 wide at the line that time. Job staying out front. Good run for Anthony. Jeff Stewart keeping the 72 car locked in there. Zegers now trying to work on Stewart for second. He's got 3rd in hand. Rally having trouble catching back up. Oh, almost contact there. Zegger's got a little sideways. Rally got it underneath. 2 to go. All these guys right on top of one another. Only one with any breathing room at all is your leader, and he sees the white flag, Anthony Joe. Here comes Eggers, took a shot. Stewart had the middle covered. Now where's the shot going to come from? Doesn't come at all. It'll be Joe, but then Stewart, then Eggers. On to the feature. Everybody else have to work their way through. We'll get ready for starting lineup for our final heat race. Really, every time. On the pole, the 15th car of the Dirt Track Terror, James Tiernan. And on his outside, the 8 of Thomas George. Your second row on the inside, the TMJ Racing 0 car of Terry Mustard Jr. out of Waverly, Ohio. And to the outside of him in row number 2, the Netcode Esports number 02 from Peoria, Illinois, Robert Lamb. Your third row inside, the Circle Jerks podcast number 74 from Bedford, New Hampshire of Daniel Walker. And outside of him, the BAR Transport number 63 comes to us from Muskegon, Michigan, Bill Coy. All right, final heat race. Nope, not final heat race. Third heat race. Got one more to go. We're down 2. Got 2 to go. Tiernan on the pole. Haven't seen James in a while. It's good to see him back on track as well. Hard left from the pace truck right into there. Green flag coming out. Green flag does come out. Tiernan did not waste any time. Right on the throttle. He's going to be out to about 7, 8, 9 car lengths down the backstretch. Side by side battle behind that. Mustard and George. Almost contact. Now Mustard slides across the nose. That slows George up a little bit and allows Robert Lynn to move into that third and final transfer spot. The 2 car trying to hold on, stay in front of that blue 8. Keep himself in an automatic transfer spot. Thomas George, Daniel Walker, Bill Coy. Run it this way. It is all James Tiernan. Tiernan easily starting to pull away from these guys. Found something up pretty close to the top, about the top of the middle section of the track right there in the middle third. Oh, Terry Mustard. And Mustard hit the wall all on his own car, rolls to the infield right there. No cautions. He got out of the way. Nobody hit him. 3 laps to go for Tiernan, and Tiernan 1.1 seconds out in front of Robert Lynn. Then Thomas George inherits a transfer spot because Mr. Mustard fenced it in turn number 4. Daniel Walker, Bill Coy rounded out. Coy way behind, but Bill just enjoys the racing, I know. Final time under the white flag right there. One more time around. James Tiernan. Just under a second now as Robert Lynn closed in just a little bit on the last lap. Tiernan will pick up the win in Heat 3. Robert Lynn, Thomas George going with him to the feature tonight. Redraw will happen when we get to that feature. We'll watch these guys reset themselves towards the front of this. Let's get down here and give you the CJ21. CJAuto21.com starting lineup, excuse me. At 24, Chris Jabot will be on pole, known as outside the Buddies Racing Equipment TDC race team number 43 from Oxford, Michigan of Reed Rundle. Rufco Wicked Energy elbows up Simsport number 5 of Braden Eiler from Franklin, Pennsylvania will start inside road number 2 next to the AlwaysRaceDay.com Netcode Esports number 71 from Bondurant, Iowa of Josh Gerlach. Your third row on the inside, the double aught, that's Don Runkle Jr. And on his outside, the CJ Auto Perk Coffee Dizzy Motorsports number 21 from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, Nick Cohan. Talk about the 43 car. Got in with him on Sunday evening with his Hales Corners boys on the pavement in the late model at the Milwaukee Mile. And I tell you what, I haven't had that much fun racing in a while. Top 5-6 cars up there. We were a little bit of rubbing, a little bit of bumping. Nobody got too much out of shape. Nobody got crazy. And it was one competitive race from start to finish, 75 laps of a lot of fun. So big thank you to Mr. Rundle for hosting that thing up. Final heat race. About to go under the green flag. There it is. Chris Jabot going to get a good start. We are going to keep our eyes on that 5 car on the bottom, the orange car with the black top wing. That is the high side hustler, Braden Eiler. Not going top shelf just yet, but he moves himself all the way up to second already around Reed Rundle. Rundle's the one with his hands full. You see the white car with all the pink trim, the 71 of Gerlach. And then on the top side, that is going to be Dim Cohan, the 21 machine. Cohan trying to make the top lane work. It's good in the middle for the 43. We'll see down here. 3 and 4 as Cohan's going to go in. Slider across the nose. Don't know if that's going to stick or not. He had the spot at the line. We'll see what he has here out of 2. Got enough run. Going to clear him easily now. Cohan up to 3rd. Eiler going to start heading for the front. Maybe go challenge Jabot. 4 laps to go. Now the hustler. Cut down line through 1 and 2. Picks up a little bit of ground. Picked up about a half a car. We'll see what he does in 3 and 4. Doesn't go to the top, but still picked up about 3/4 of a car length. Cut down line once again. Picked up another half a car length. If he gets 3/4 here, he's going to be right on the push bar, and it'll be slider time with 2 to go. Another cut down run. Can he get alongside? He's got the nose there now. Slider, 3 and 4. Here it comes. Can he make it stick? Almost. A crossover coming to the white for Jabot. Jabot going to run the slider in 1 and 2. That's going to just open the door, and here comes Eiler. Slider in 3 and 4. I think Eiler has it in hand. He does pick up the win in heat for Jabot and Cohan. Transferring with him to our feature. And it will be alphabet soup time. For the first time in a while, looks like we are going to have a very small C main. And everybody is going to transfer, so these are really more practice laps than anything. It's Mustard, Runkle, and Fitzke. Keister not making the call for anything. Hello, Lisa. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for joining the broadcast. All right, everybody transferring. These guys just going to get some practice laps in, put a little more wear into the track before we go to the B main. I got a feeling that everybody from the B main is going to transfer into tonight's feature as well. They'll just be racing for their final starting spot. So we'll go green right here. Mustard, Runkle, and Fitzke.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Mustard, after his incident in his heat race earlier this evening, has the lead here. Runkle in second and Fitzke in third. go on board with Fitzke. Ooh, got her a little out of shape down in the bottom of 3 and 4. Face full of dirt for his efforts down in 1 and 2. Go up here and see what Terry Mustard sees. Nothing but open racetrack. He can pick whatever line he wants. .14.33 for his lap times. Halfway home this time. Guys getting a little spread out. Saw Fitzke clip the fence just a little bit there going into 1. Runkle may have done the same right there with just a tiny little bump on the right rear. 3 to go. Not a ton of action when you have a limited number of cars, so we'll just kind of watch. Two to go for Terry Mustard. He is working at trying to figure out what line's going to be the best for the next one. Going to start close to the rear. He'll have to work really hard. Oh, finds a fence at 3 and 4. That line definitely not it. Gary, I would not do that in the B main. Final time around. Looks like it's going to be a pretty easy win in the C main for Terry Mustard. Then Runkle, then Fitzke. Those guys all going to transfer to the back of the B. They'll be coming right back again next. Well, you know what? If an LLR driver wins the race, we're definitely going to have that interview. Or if they finish in the top 3. So we're going to show 14. It's going to be 13. 12 are going to transfer. So one guy, one driver, going to get kicked to the curb at the end of this one. It's going to be DeBarro and Rowley, the rowdy one, in here on the front row. Then Walker and Rundle. Borst and Grease in row 3. Row 4, Coy and Gerlach. Hutchison and Schaefer in the 5th row. Mustard and Runkle transferring from the C in here for row number 6. And Roderick Fitzke all by his lonesome on the back. Lance Keister never made the call for the heat, never made the call for the C. Will not make the call for the B. There's 12 spots up for grabs. Drivers getting them formed up. We're going green out of 4 this time. Ready to head down the back stretch. $13 cars on track, 12 transferring to the feature, so one driver. Going to get his feelings hurting a little bit. Green flag in the air. DeBarro and Rowley go 1-2 through turns 1 and 2. Walker and Rundle trying to sort it out. Oh, somebody got around. That looks like DeBarro. Let's go see what happened to DeBarro. All by himself. Down the back stretch into 3 and 4. We might have had a little help. Might have had a little help. Three in the books, 9 to go. Rowley, Walker, Borst, Rundle, Grease, your top 5. Grease already missing the nose wing on the 22 car. PG loses the car across the track. All right, into I'm not sure who that was. Was it Terry Mustard? Maybe not. Might have been Daniel Walker. Well, I think it was Daniel Walker. DeBarro got in, and it looks like the car is going to roll back out. Now he is in a transfer spot right ahead of Mustard. But it is still Rowley trying to get around Grease to lap him. Peyton Grease shown in 9th. Corbin Hutchison 10th. Daniel Walker, Anthony DeBarro. They're all off the lead lap. Roderick Fitzke about a straightaway ahead. It'll take a while for that to cycle down. Yeah, maybe not as long as I think, because he's getting closer each and every foot of this racetrack. Closing in. Bill Coy are a little ways ahead. Looks like that might be Mustard back on track. Terry Mustard shown 13th, the first car out of tonight's feature. Go back to the front here. Billy Rowley coming around, going to get 2 to go this time. Rowdy one. Working the car down the back stretch. Into turn number 3. He's going to get the white flag. Lap car in front of him. I don't know if he's going to catch it. Should not be a factor. Got a 2 1/4 second lead. It doesn't need to be a factor. No need to take a chance here. He's into 3 and 4 cleanly. Comes out of turn 4 onto the front stretch, and Billy Rowley will win your B main. John Boris, then Josh Gerlach, Reed Rundle, Robbie Schaefer, Don Runkle, Bill Coy 7th. Fitzke is 8th. Grease is 9th. Corbin Hutchison, Anthony DeBarro, and Daniel Walker going to finish in the 12th spot. Terry Mustard 13th. So we have a little bit of a warm-up session. We'll see what these guys elect to do, if they're going to go out on the track. Just let the camera pan around the different drivers here. Not sure how long they're going to get these guys with this track. Sometimes it's a couple of minutes, sometimes it's the whole thing. Like I said, we never know how long they are going to let these guys burn the track in. Just about time to start the feature. So I am going to watch my combined chat If you are not an iRacing member, oh, that was a big one. That didn't look good. Oh, Billy Riley tumbling. Gonna have to get him a new helmet because I'm pretty sure he just threw up in that one. If you are not an iRacing member and you'd like to give it a shot, we'll give you the basic content for 3 months for free. If you will type into the chat, and you are the first one, I will give you the instructions on how to collect your prize. But you got to type in this phrase, count me in. If you are not a current iRacing member, it is not good for renewals. If you'd like to give it a shot, type in count me in, and I will tell you how to contact me and get your free 3-month subscription. Courtesy of Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, powered by iRacing. Type in the phrase, count me in. All right, Snowy, go to Facebook. Search for the Dirt Racing Network and send us a private message. I will send you a photograph of the code for you to put in when you officially subscribe. So you can have 3 free months of all the basic content. It's not just dirt, it is all of iRacing's basic content. A little enticement. But go to the network on our Facebook page, send us a private message. I will respond with a photograph to you. Congratulations. Winding out our warm-up session here. Going to get ready for, it's a 32-lap show, but the first 2 laps, they're going to fix the field, get things in order. They'll cut them loose, and we'll have 30 green flag laps of racing. "24 cars. They're going to line up similar to this. We're not sure where the redraw was, so we're going to run down what iRacing says, but this may change, and we'll try to go through it with you while the drivers are on the track. Going to be Casey Miller and Anthony Job in row number 1. Row 2, James Tiernan and Braden Nyler. 3rd row, Bruce Klingon and Jeff Stewart. And mind you, all these are about to change, I think. Robert Lynn, Chris Jabot, row 4, row 5. Nick Chambrone and Daniel Zegers. Then Thomas George and Nick Cohan, the 6th row. 7th row, Billy Riley, John Borst. We know these guys came in from the B-Main, so this is pretty solid right here. Josh Gerlach, Reed Rundle in row number 8. Row 9, Robbie Schaefer, Don Runkle. Bill Coy and Roderick Fitzke in row 10. Peyton Grease and Corbin Hutchison in the 11th row. In the back row, Anthony DeBarro and Daniel Walker. Now we will watch the front of the field here just a little bit. Try to get that long view so we can watch these guys and see what they're going to do. Because once the green flag falls, they will start to rearrange on whatever the draw was. All right, pace truck will go in. These drivers will stay at pace speed, or they will not.
Green.
They will just go 32 laps. They're going to let it ride. I thought they'd rearrange on the redraw, but Job has the lead. Tiernan, the dirt track terror right there, trying to hang on to second, trying to run down his teammate Anthony Job. 3rd, Casey Miller right now. So, 05 car, Ben Strong, defending champion of this series last season. Standing in your top 3, but he's got company, the high side hustler. Braden Tyler all over him. It is a battle behind that. Jabot stacking them up behind him. Klingon, Stewart, Chambrone, Zegers. Let's see who else is in there. Thomas George is in that. I can't make out the white car. I want to say that's the rowdy one. Yeah, it is, Billy Rowley. Rowley back here in 11th, and he is stuck behind a parking lot. Now they're 3 wide in front of that. Chambrone off the top side. Takes over 5th. Gets into the wall immediately following that. Now he's going to have to battle Klingon to get it back. Can't do it. Billy Rowley, big move right there. Went from about 11th to 7th. He went down in, went 2 or 3 for 1 in the 3rd and 4th corners. Now goes top shelf. Going to run it right along the fence. Try to stay in the penthouse right here and see if he can pick up some spot. Needs to get the 79 rolling, but Eiler went up front, took the lead, and pretty much setting sail already. He got around Tierney, got around Miller. He is out to just over 6/10 of a second. Tierney hanging on to second. Miller is third. Anthony Job went from your leader back to 4th. Klingon up to 5th. Chambrone is 6th. Rowley still 7th. Then Jeff Stewart, Dan Zager, and Nick Cohan. Seeing Gerlach and Jabot go at each other. You got Thomas George in that mix too. Gerlach with the slide job. Couldn't hold it. 3 wide down the backstretch now as he's stuck on the top. Jabot going backwards quickly to 24 car. Major backslide. Almost a full second now. A third of the way through this thing. Eiler cruising. Off of 4. Under the flag stand, 11 in the books, 21 to go. Tierney, 1 second back. Miller, another 7/10 back of that. It is a long way, 1.3 seconds. Back to Job in the 4th spot. Chambrone trying to close it in. Nick Chambrone has been on the podium every week of the series. Our first caution. We are going to go back. I don't think we're going to have to go far. We're going to see the 8 car get in some trouble here. Oh, him and Peyton Grease touch. Now he's going to go down 3 and 4. Oh, he just moves right up and right into Rundle, right in to what I think is Bill Coy's car. Yes, it is. 0-0 of Runkle kind of running through there. He might have had a little touch. So you can see in the infield there, it looks like George Rundle and Coy. All 3 of them, and that was just a mistake. Grease got loose off the corner. He and George make contact. That got the car completely out of shape for George. First third of this thing was a little crazy. We'll look at our top 10 here. Eiler, Tiernan, Miller, Job, Chambrone, the top 5. Then Rowley, Klingon, Stewart, Zegers, and Cohan. Track slick, wants to be a topside racetrack right now, but I think that looks like it's getting thinner and thinner in 1 and 2. We've seen Miller and Chambrone on the podium in this series regularly. Right now, Miller trying to hang on to a podium spot. Chambrone 3 spots behind that, or 2 spots, excuse me, 2 spots behind that. Back to green flag racing. Good start for Eiler once again. Tiernan takes it on the bottom slider line. Not going to get it there. Miller still in third. He got a good start. Job now has company. He goes to the inside. Chambrone goes to the top side. Chambrone's got Rowley hounding him from behind. They're going to get around Anthony Job, it looks like, as Chambrone got a little out of shape. Rowley uses the cut now, pulls alongside. This is a battle for the 4th spot now. Billy Rowley's got it. So Chambrone passed a car and then lost that spot right back, keep him in 5th. Rowley up to 4th, Miller in the 3rd, Tiernan still 2nd, and already Braden Eiler 9/10 of a second out in front over James Tiernan. Bruce Klingon hanging in 6th right here. There's Anthony Job. Job going backwards after the restart. Got Zegers on the top side. Job trying to work the middle. Put Job back to 8th. Jeff Stewart, Nick Cohan behind that 9th and 10th. It's a little bit messy in behind 10th right there. You got side-by-side action. Peyton Grease, Josh Gerlach. Gerlach on the bottom, Grease on the top. Eiler, the high side hustler, stretching it out just about 1.1 seconds right now. Tiernan, Miller, Rowley. Chambrone, the top 5. 12 laps to go that time around. Eiler gonna catch some lap traffic in the next 3 to 5 laps right here. Got to keep the car out of the fence. Keep it nice and smooth. $10 to go that time. Got a couple of lap cars right in front. I'm going to say Runkle and Walker battling over 19th and 20th right now, and Runkle having a little trouble getting in the corner. There's a car upside down. Your leader almost got into that. That was Fitzke. Roderick Fitzke got the car all out of shape and almost got your leader. That closed the gap down. Tiernan was over a second and a half down to 1-1. Eiler in heavy traffic. These guys stand in the middle, giving him plenty of room. Closing in on 7 to go. About to go around Robert Lynn. Lynn running in 17th. Six laps to go. 3 cars out in front. About half a straightaway now. Tiernan working around the top side. Past Walker, past Lynn. Casey Miller still hanging on to 3rd. Miller enjoys about a 1 second gap back to Billy Rowley. Rowley's still 4th. Rowley still got company. Caution once again. Is it Robbie Schaefer? Robbie Schaefer's in the outside fence right out of turn 2. Hung up in the fence, as a matter of fact. John Borst to his inside the 86. He gets up. Oh, gets the car out of shape. He and Jabot with a little contact. Yeah. One car got out of shape just a little bit. Not really anything that Jabot can do in that situation. And Schaefer gets it locked up in the fence. So 4 to go when we go back to green. Closing in on the end of this one. Eiler, Tiernan, Miller, Rowley, Chambrone, your top 5. Klingon, Zegers, Stewart, Cohan, Peyton Grease now inside of the top 10. Snowy, did you go send me a message so that I can shoot that to you here when we get done? Don't forget. Quickly about to come to an end here. Eiler, Tiernan, Miller, Rowley, Chambrone, your top 5. Gonna go around one more time before we get to green. Just 4 laps remaining. Lap traffic should not be an issue. 18 cars. 18 cars still on the track. All 18 not on the lead lap. Only about 15 of those. Walker, Runkle, and Fitzke still lapped down. But we are about to go back to green. 4-lap shootout. Who'll end up on the podium? Who'll end up on their lid? Time will tell. Green flag, back in the air. Eiler, good and smooth, gets away by about 7 or 8 car lengths. We're watching third place right here as this is about to heat up. Eiler and Tiernan, 1-2. Casey Miller trying to hang on to third, right in front of Billy Rowley, and a hungry Nick Chambrone. Chambrone has not been off the podium yet this season, has had a heck of a run. Miller trying to keep his string in the 360s of podium runs alive as well, struggling with the car, 2 to go. Right up against that fence, very bumpy, and it is a handful to keep that car underneath you, keep it straight, keep it out of the fence. White flag, Braden Eiler, half a second over Tiernan. Tiernan just doing some protection. There was a slider. Chambrone went around Rowley briefly for 4th. But it is going to be a high side hustler kind of night. Braden Eiler will pick up the win. James Tiernan, the dirt track terror, comes home 2nd. And Casey Miller, so we're going to get our LLR interview. Comes home in 3rd. We'll get these guys brought around on the front stretch. Park them up here nice and neat. Eiler's going to take it into the infield, put it up on the podium for us. So thank him a lot for doing that. I like it when the guys bring it in, stick it up on the podium here. Miller, we're just waiting for Tiernan. Tiernan did not take his car around. So we will not get Mr. Tiernan on. Let's get down here. Let's get down here real close to these guys. He moved himself. We will wait and see if Tiernan and Eiler show up, but let's talk to Casey Miller. Casey, you got a copy? Hello, Casey.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you're keeping that podium thing going here, brother. 3rd tonight, again, in a pretty tough field. How was it out there for the feature?
Just had to bang the boards out there and hope you don't bang them hard enough, you know. Just can't get into the wall, but there's like that thin edge right there. I don't really like running up there, but that's what you got to do here, so.
Yeah, it looked like that little bit of tack strip at the top just kept getting thinner, and then it got a little bit rough down in the corners, and we talked about, you got to get in there, kind of finesse it a little bit. You got to drive it in hard enough to get up to the wall, but not hard enough to get up into the wall.
It's a very fine line out there.
Yeah, it looked like it was a handful all night. It kind of got a little bit rough and bouncy. You didn't have a ton of challengers. You worked your way to 3rd, and then after that, it was just kind of try to chase down Tiernan and Eiler, and that looked like that was a pretty tall order.
Yeah, they're just so quick, and I just don't have that speed right now. I just need to get better out there and hope I can compete with them guys someday.
Well, another awesome run for the 05 machine. We see you sporting the Breast Cancer Awareness Month stuff. Kudos to you for doing that, man. I'm sure there's plenty of other sponsors that are on the car that you'd like to talk about before we let you celebrate a great run.
Yeah, so Thursday, me and Corbin Hutchinson are putting together an Extra Life charity race. That's Thursday. I think it starts at 8:30 maybe Eastern time. So if you're free, come on out and run that. Benefits a great cause. That's all I got.
All right, man. Well, fantastic. We love the charity stuff. Good luck with that. Have fun with it. And thanks for chatting with us. We look forward to seeing you next week back here in the big blocks.
Thank you.
Your 3rd place finisher tonight, Mr. Casey Miller. Let's get him up here. We're gonna not have a picture of his car. And I intend to give him grief about it. James Tiernan, you there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Man, you didn't keep your car on the track. I can't even show it off for you during the interviews. I really don't know what else to say to you about that, brother.
I'm sorry, repeat that. Like, I need to mute Billy here in the race room.
Yeah, the rowdy one probably having some fun over there. I said you didn't even keep your car on the track so we could show it during your interviews, man. I don't know what to say about that, brother.
Yeah, I apologize for that. I got antsy as all. Usually, I've noticed that people tend to like to pause during the interview, but everyone does it a little bit differently. So next time I'm here, I'll be able to be cognizant of that and
It's
make
all
sure I don't
good,
do it
brother.
again.
We're going to talk to you anyway. Doesn't matter. You gave a lot of chase, and that is what you had to do tonight. Try to chase down that 5 car. How tough was it to go and try to catch him, and how much difficulty did you find trying to find a great line on the track?
It's nearly impossible for me to catch someone like Eiler. He's super good in the wing stuff, and I'm okay. I'm all right. I really, ever since the tire model change, I've not been running wing cars all that much. This is really the first wing car league thing I've done since I've been back in like the last month or so. So, to run second to that, I'm not too displeased about that. But I certainly want to beat Eiler at a place like Eldora. I need to step up my game and get better up on the cushion. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about that.
Well, we know you like the wingless car, and with the new tire model, between the wingless and the wing car, like I said, I know you like the wingless. How do you think they feel in comparison to pre-tire?
Are you saying, do you want me to compare the wing car pre-tire to the wing car now, or?
Yes, both.
Okay.
The winged and the wingless.
Well, I think both cars you got to drive a lot straighter than you used to. As soon as you start to 4-wheel slide in these cars, I think you start to bleed a lot of speed off. So that's a big change. So the setups have to be tighter, and you got to run them a lot more smooth. And that goes for both cars. The non-wing car, when I run the cushion, I'm making sure I have a lot more grip kind of on that right rear, so that I don't have to really pitch the car in. Because back in the day, I'd almost go 45 degrees in relative to the cushion I'm running. Now I'm running a lot less kind of slip angle in relative to the cushion. So it's a good change on the wingless cars. On the wing cars, I haven't decided whether or not I like it. Again, still updating my driving style to the new tire model. So it's a lot harder for me to figure out the wing cars than it is the non-wing. It just, for whatever reason, non-wing seems to gel better. But I like both tire models. It's not a terrible change, but with the wing cars especially, I just gotta retune my brain to be able to run it, because it's just different than I'm used to for the the wing cars.
A great comparison there. And, this is what happens when you don't leave your car on the track. You got to answer all the tough questions, brother.
All right.
Well, who you got to shout out before we let you get out of here? Fantastic run tonight.
Oh, yeah. No, we got lots of people to thank. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Roofco. If you're in the Indianapolis area, please reach out to Ryan Ergot. He's a wonderful guy, sponsors racing in real life, and he's just overall cool dude. I'd like to thank Anderson Speedway, home to the Little 500. I'd like to thank Motorsports Beat, Jessup Logistics, Paints by the Tuna Can, BS Air, Over the Wall Photography, Catch Fence Apparel. So if you guys like dirt-themed sweatshirts and stuff like that, please give them a shout-out. And then finally, Fairway Independent Mortgage, The Cartel Promotions, and Dano Seasoning. And that is all I got.
All right, man. Well, great interview. Thanks for chatting with us, and I look forward to seeing you on the track again real soon, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it. Nice to see you again as well.
All right. James Tiernan runs second tonight, and he had to run second to a guy that, you get him up on the top of the track. It's really hard to keep him behind you and or catch him if he can get there first. The high side hustler, Braden Eiler. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Fantastic run tonight, man. You made short work of getting to the lead and basically put on a clinic tonight. How was the car out there?
Yeah, it was stable for the most part. Little twitchy in some places when you made an error in the throttle. But overall, it was pretty smooth.
Well, it looked like you didn't have a whole lot of trouble until you reached the lap car. And how much of a pucker factor on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being, no big deal. 10 being, damn, I almost killed the car. Were you right there?
Which one?
Well, I figured the one that you had to pretty much stop to miss was the one we were going to talk about.
Yeah, I think there had a few pucker factors there when I got in the traffic. I thought I was going to get pinched in the wall in the backstretch one time, and I had a few pinching in front of me. But, yeah, it was getting a little bit sketchy there in traffic. But overall, it seemed to be a pretty clean race. There wasn't too many yellows, and the program was able to move along pretty smooth.
Yeah, it looked like, kind of everybody, I think, tried for the most part to give room. And, these cars on these super slick tracks, they get away from guys pretty quick. But you made easy work of this one tonight. I don't know. Those guys just didn't have anything for you, brother. Why is it so easy for you to run the top like that?
Probably because at one point in time, I spent way too much time on this thing than I should have. But now I'm more like casually. I just hop on when I feel like it and go race and just try to enjoy it more.
Well, it was an awesome run to see the 5-car back on the podium here at Eldora. No new thing, but it's good to see you putting this thing back in action, man. Congrats. Who you got on the car helping you out before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody at Elbows Up, Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy, Roofco Indy, Hergot Real Estate, Flow Racing, Jessup Logistics, BS Airlines, Hergot Real Estate, everybody that helped us out at Elbows Up. Also, thanks to everybody at PRO for letting me come in and putting on a really good show, and you as always for broadcasting.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations again. I look forward to seeing you, I don't know, maybe in the big blocks tomorrow night or next week.
Maybe. We'll see it.
All right. Braden Eiler picking up the win. Running through the official standings. Eiler won it. Tierney was second. Miller in third. Rowley was fourth. The Rowdy won with a good run tonight here. Comes home with a top 5. The Jabroni, Nick Chambrone in 5th. Then Daniel Zegers, Bruce Klingon, Peyton Grease in the top 8. Jeff Stewart and Nick Cohan 9th and 10th. 11th to Josh Gerlach. Anthony Job in 12th. Anthony DeBarro in 13th. 14th to John Bors, Chris Jabot 15th. 16th, Roderick Fitzke. Daniel Walker was 17th. Don Runkle 18th. Robert Lynn 19th. Robbie Schaefer was 20th. Thomas George 21st. Reed Rundle comes home 22nd. Corbin Hutchison in 23rd. And Bill Coy rounded out the field. A great show from the PRO guys. That was a lot of fun to watch. Hope that you guys as fans enjoyed it. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, Dominic Santini will be right back here with you. Wednesday Night Warriors Big Block Series from Volusia. See some great big block drivers. They have had some really good races the first 5 races of the season. They're reaching the midway point of that series. Tune in and watch that. Congratulations to our 3-month subscription winner. It was Snowy. I will jump off here. I'll get you a picture of your code. Use that when you register and download the game, and you'll get all the basic content free for 3 months. There's some dirt content in there. Not all of it, but some. There's some road racing content. There's some asphalt over content. There's all kinds of content in there for you. Congratulations to you on the phrase that paid tonight. Guys, we appreciate every time you tune in. We know you can watch this stuff all over the place. You choose to come here and watch it on a Tuesday night with me. Very thankful for that. As always, for myself and Dominic Santino here at the Dirt Racing Network, until we see you guys the next time, keep it dirty, everybody.